Hey, welcome to the Black Empowerment Show. This is the Black Empowerment Show with Venom Vicious. You know, Philando Castile and Alton Sterling got shot by white supremacist cops. You know, these white supremacist cops were really crazy, really terrible. These white supremacist cops are the devil. They come in here and they destroy the neighborhoods. This cop shot Alton Sterling. You know, he saw differences of what was going on. He did not do this thing the right way. He shot that boy. He was unarmed. He didn't do anything at all. This guy had the intention. He did this on purpose. He approached Alton Sterling on purpose, and he did what he did. He came down there to the neighborhood and did that. And the boy was young. He was already old. This cop should be punished. He should be punished. Wrapped down to the law. He's not a cop. He's a race soldier. And these race soldiers who go target black people in the community, race soldiers go shoot and kill. He's definitely a white supremacist that you should avoid. You know, when he came into the neighborhood, he's always looking to do stop and frisk on black people. And this guy who was trained to shoot and kill. The other people out there, the good cops did not take this guy out. They did not take this white supremacist out. This white supremacist had a background of learning how to shoot and kill. He had a background of targeting black people before he even shot Alton Sterling. So he was already in the neighborhood looking for trouble in the black community. He was around black folks. He was targeting people in the black community. This is what was led up to it. He was so as a white supremacist, he was looking at dominating the community to take out black people. And this is this white supremacist race soldier was doing. This race soldier then came down. He approached Arthur Sterling. Arthur Sterling didn't do anything. He hadn't had anything on him. He didn't do nothing necessary. This white supremacist is really crazy. I'm really mad this white supremacist is doing. This white supremacist, you're nothing but a devil, and you are crazy. You don't make no sense for this white supremacist to do what he did. And he knows it was his fault. So he's going to come around here and act like he knows what he's doing. He doesn't have no business being in this community at all. He shouldn't be a police officer. He's a race soldier. And that's what these people don't get. You know? And these schools are fitting them. These schools are crazy. These schools are dumb and stupid. And I don't want to be around these coons who support these cops. We should get rid of the coons as well. You know? And this white supremacist cop is going to act like he really cares about him, and he doesn't at all. He is our enemy, and they need to take him away. They need to punish him for the full extent of the law. The white supremacist race soldier, he violated Alton Sterling's Constitution. He violated his Second Amendment and his Fourth Amendment. The Constitutional amendments were violated. So, white supremacist cop, he broke the law. He broke the law all the way. I'm telling you. Did it make any sense for him to do what he did? And he really did that out of spite. For his background, he was doing stop and frisk on a lot of black people. And that's in the community we have to do. In the black community, we need to do black empowerment. And we need to go after these race soldiers. These crazy race soldiers. We have to go after them and stop them all the way to the fullest. Because the white Illuminati performs white supremacy. The white Illuminati comes in and creates white supremacy. We also focus on destroying the economy. They also perform white supremacy. And this white supremacy cop is definitely doing for that. White supremacist cop was looking for domination because he had already targeted some certain black people in the neighborhood. There were reports of what he had did before that. So I'm really looking at him as a crazy bystander. Somebody too. Philando Castile, he was really totally innocent as well, which should also support Philando Castile. Rest in peace to him. As a school teacher, he had more encounters with police. So the white supremacist race soldiers were already targeting him. They were performing a hotel program They have a hotel program that is targeting young black people. They're targeting young unarmed people, which is not good. They are performing white supremacy by targeting black people at all times. They are watching them through their cell phones. They're watching them through devices, which the white power elite set up. The white power elite watch black people through the cell phones and through the laptops. They are doing that to form oppression. They do it to maintain oppression, and they oppress the oppressor in more ambitious ways. And that is what's going on. And you have to watch over these people. Tariq Nasheed says that we have to eliminate them by pulling our resources together in the black community all the way. And this is what Tariq Nasheed focuses on. And that's what I focus on as well. Because the cops, really crazy, man. Yeah, man. Cops, well, they're not protecting the server. I don't support the cops at all. And I definitely don't support these race soldiers out here. They're killing unarmed people. It's time to step up to the white power elite too. White power elite have been against us this whole time. They've been against us as well. They targeted us and put us down. We're also talking about the school system. White supremacists in the school system, know what's happened. They have targeted black boys. Back a long time ago, in the early 1900s, to create the Department of Education and school, and to create the law where they teach people, they could teach them, and regular education, and bring in regular health care to the education. When they brought regular health care to education in the law in the 1900s, they set it up where they can bring medicine into school without the parents' consent towards black people. And they went against black people by forcing medicine on their children without their consent, which is wrong. The white supremacists are wrong for doing this, and they know it. So the white supremacists have set this up, which they are doing by the white power elite. The white power elite have brought in certain medicines. They brought in medicines all the way up to the 1980s. And out of those medicines that were funded into certain hospitals, they brought the flu shots. They developed the flu shots. They invented that and brought that into the schools that targeted black people. And once they gave those flu shots to them, when these kids were 2 and 3 years old in the 1980s, they developed a certain kind of thing called autism. And out of those autism, a lot of these kids have autism. So they develop very slowly and over time. Some of them die, not all of them, but some of the black people die in that community. But a lot of these black people have autism. It downgrades their performance in school. It downgrades their speech. It downgrades how they move in life, which is really not good. It is very bad what the white supremacists have did. White supremacists have destroyed certain of the black children by giving them autism in here. It also gave them cancer. So that is something that we're to form against. There were early reports about that the last couple of weeks. But there have also been early reports about that leading up since the 1990s and early reports in 2008. We're just getting worse and worse. And so when this happens, most of the black kids in these schools get failing grades. And so what they'll say is that the ones who do get this, it leads up to them going to foster homes. And most of the white supremacists in the foster homes don't want to take care of them. So they'll not help them with their homework. They'll not help them develop and grow in life. They won't also help them get a job at all, which we have to pull our research together. And so they'll just do what they want to do. And the white power elite who are in Brown Child Protective Services, they'll take the child away and kill the black children. So that's what they're doing. They're acting a war against black children, which is not good. and we have the will to stop that, because it's all happening in the educational system. You kind of see that every single day where they're really doing this. Yeah, and I really feel how they're doing it. They're doing it by targeting them. But also, white supremacists put them in special education. When there's certain special education classes, teach the same thing in the white dominant society over and over again. They barely even teach them about black history. When they teach them about black history, they'll teach them that slavery just happened at a certain period of time. And white people saved them. They only teach you about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X at that certain time period. But what about the beginning of time and how the earth started with black people? Black people were the first ones on this earth. They are not teaching that in school. They are indoctrinating black children in school. That's what the white supremacists are doing. It's happening time and time again. That's why Tariq Nasheed created Hidden Colors. I like that. I love that series because that series supports the theme of supporting people out there, giving them something back in this community. This is something that we really need out here. We need to learn how to stop them from manipulating our history. You stop letting the white supremacists tell our history, man. Because really, you're not doing anything any good. We should only tell our own history. And also think about doing a documentary and telling our own history, because the white supremacists, they keep everything out of his history books for black people, which is not good at all. I'm going to say that time and time again. When they keep the history out, they leave it away. They have kept the educational resources out of there. It also really prevented us from doing real estate at all. We need to learn to do real estate, to learn how to perform real estate, so we can get into the habit of owning things. You can't own things in the black community if you don't learn how to do real estate. First, we do real estate, learn how to develop and control investments and certain properties around the area. And then we have to form a community. You must form a community within the black community. Learn to be loyal in our own community. Help our own people out. We learn to trust our own people. We learn to empower our own people. And then from there, when you have your own community, when you have people on board who will support you, they will in turn support your own business. Because when you support your own business, you must have a black business, but it must also be supported in the black community. It has to be from a community that basically is all together and they're on the same page. Not only they have to be together, really, they have to be on the same page. They have to agree to support each other and help each other out. Money has to come and funnel back within the community again and again. It has to funnel back in black hands all the way. It must not leave the community like that at all. And this is what we have to do. Not saying as an individual you can just deal with them without outside of there, but diversity in the black community is about black empowerment and how we can funnel resources within our community, and we can fight against the white supremacists. That black empowerment thing, this is what you have to do to fight against them. You fight against the system by creating real estate, so that in turn creates business and jobs within the black community, which will hire our own kind within the black community. And that's exactly what we'll be focused on instead. That's what I'm talking about today. Focusing on doing that. Because Dr. Paul Anderson focused on getting the people on to spend within their own community and stay within their own community and be loyal to that. You can educate other people outside of that, but we're mainly focused on spending within our community. You're at the bank black, eat in your own black restaurants, and spend your money in your own clothing stores where there's owned by black people. You have to focus on that now more than ever. Because these white supremacists are running rampant, man. But seeing the white supremacists yesterday on YouTube reports of the Young Turks. Did you see that? The Young Turks were finding the InfoWars. So they're basically Young Turks for finding Alex Jones. And don't believe the hype. Don't believe this thing. The Young Turks and Alex Jones are nothing but white supremacists. Alex Jones is nothing but a white supremacist going and following that system. They fight each other because the trick that is they're maintaining white supremacy is to leave the other groups out. But Alex is acting like he's the hero out of the situation. So the viewers are acting like, oh, he's the hero out of the situation. And he dominates all. No, it isn't. Alex Jones is a lie. He sits up there in line. And he dominates the conversation because he's outperforming white supremacy. And that's what I'm talking about. Whenever the white supremacists get on a TV national platform and they start fighting, because really what they're doing is maintaining white supremacy, not really doing anything else. They're not doing anything different. It's nothing different that they're doing when they do this kind of stuff. When they have beef with their own people, we know it is to maintain white supremacy. He's going to act like, he's being trying to be real. No. You don't even deal with black people. You deal with black people. You talk bad about them whenever something happens to them. You leave them out of getting resources. And you really don't really care to get reparations. So why should we even trust you? You're a white supremacist. We don't trust you at all. We want you to stay away from our community. Stay away from us. You don't need to be around us. If you're going to act like that. It's nothing but the devil. Because you keep talking about people over and over again. And Bill O'Reilly, that's another one as well. Bill O'Reilly is another one as well. Because he keeps acting out. There's certain things in there. He sits up on this program. He talks about how he feels that, this black people shouldn't be there. Well, how it shouldn't be there? We're out here, we're trying to survive. We're trying to look around. We're watching over our shoulder. Because we as black people, we're paranoid about what's going to happen to us. Anybody can go up there and shoot us. And we have to stand up against that. And we have to leave that community. Thanks.